Happy Monday, everybody, and boy, are we kicking this thing off with a bang, as Bitcoin has now made the move that we were talking about in yesterday's video, opening up the market to what could be another pretty strong run. And so with that said, let's not waste any more time at all, and let's get straight into what has been going on. So in yesterday's video, I told you all that we were watching this triangular structure extremely closely. I said, listen, I do believe that at some point, statistically, we should get a breakout to the upside here, and I gave you the preparations for what we should do in the circumstances in which this does happen. And so today we're going to talk about exactly what is going on and exactly what I'm doing and what I think is going to happen from here. Now, before we get into what happens from here, I mean, guys, I just have to take a second to just brag on what in the world has been going on with HG Algo. I mean, you guys know HG Algo is the indicator that myself and my company designed to basically just do my technical analysis for me and send me text messages as to when we are going to see good moments to buy. And as you can see here, HG Algo gave this DCA plus feature flash, which basically means dollar cost average in. It gave us two buy signals right here at the bottom of this move, one buy signal on the bottom of this move right before Bitcoin made this move. Every single time we found support here, we got overextended and boom, HG Algo went off before the push. You guys saw it in real time. The proof is in the pudding. This is one of the best indicators on the planet right now, in my opinion, and you can get it for 20% off with my link down in the description below and a 30-day money-back guarantee because it is my indicator, so I can kind of do what I want. So you're going to get 30-day money-back guarantee so that you can take no risk, try it out, and when you realize you like it, you're going to continue on with it. But anyway, so the bragging aside, let's talk about what is happening moving forward. So in yesterday's video, I told you all that it seemed to me as if it was time for Bitcoin to lead the charge, right? We saw Bitcoin, of course, really going sideways and obviously being a little bit lackadaisical. Nothing was really happening, but we were like, at some given point, we're going to see Bitcoin need to lead this market again because the whole entire microcycle had seemingly stopped, right? We went from Bitcoin, Ethereum to top 10 to top 30, top 50 to pre-sales, microcaps, etc. And it seemed as if that cycle was now resetting back to Bitcoin. And I said, look, I think Bitcoin's going to start to make a move soon to tell the market where we're going. And what you can see here is now Bitcoin has made the break to the upside, which was a statement. That's a statement being made. Because as we do approach the halving, of course, we're going to see a lot of volatility. There's going to be a lot of crazy shit to happen between now and then. And the fact that we are seeing the bull stepping in and making this move to the upside here, clearing this short-term 618 to 786 Fibonacci zone, that's all beautiful signs to me that we have a decent sized chance at really making a run here. Now, obviously, as a result of that, what I said in yesterday's video was, listen, if we do see Bitcoin's price break to the upside, I'm actually going to do a little bit of buying on Bitcoin, right? I am actually doing a little bit of buying here, not a ton, and I'll explain that in a second, but I'm also going to start doing a little bit of buying for our alts as well. I said the reason why I'm going to be doing some buying for the alts as well is because, quite simply, this does mean that Bitcoin is leading the market upwards. Now, there's a barrier in our way, which I'm going to discuss in a second, but in general, this means that Bitcoin is preparing to lead the market upwards. And what we've seen on a consistent basis over the last 2 years straight, realistically, or let's call it a year and a half straight at this point, has been that when Bitcoin makes these moves, over the next few weeks, we should see altcoins follow, right? That's generally just what happens. Now, maybe this move from Bitcoin is a little bit more macro and continues for a longer period of time, and then we see altcoins follow, but they will generally follow at some given point. And because of that, I want to get ahead of that move. Now that we know that the cycle remains the same and it goes from Bitcoin to Ethereum to altcoins, I'm going to start positioning myself into some of those altcoins now that we are seeing this move. But before we get too deep into that, I'm not doing a ton of buying just yet, just a little bit. Just a little bit. Let me explain why. What you have to understand is that although this is fantastic that we've cleared the 618 to 786 box, and the door is for sure now opened to not only just clear the previous all-time high, but to head up towards $77,000, it's no guarantee that it's going to happen right now. What you have to understand is that this little zone between $73,000 and $70,000 homes two different all-time highs now. The one that we saw right here and the one that we saw back in 2021. And so knowing that, you have to understand that the bearish liquidity that is going to be forcing on the price right here, where we are as we speak, is going to be extremely high. And there may be a chance in which we do need to see Bitcoin's price actually cool down now that it took all this energy to boom, melt up, boom, break to the upside. The bulls might be a little exhausted in the short term now, and we might need to see Bitcoin's price maybe even cool down, maybe even pull back, do something like that, and then use that higher low to really look for a continuation. We've seen that before, and I wouldn't care if that happened, and that would actually be a great time to start dollar cost averaging into this market if we do get this pullback, because now we know that the door is open. Now we know we are capable of breaking that $70.7 thousand level at the 786 Fibonacci level. So now we know at some point Bitcoin's price is going to go back up above this level. It's just historically what has happened every single time. But obviously, again, the path to get there could be a little ugly, and we might need to see a little bit of a pullback before that does inevitably happen. And of course, because of that, and that is the reason as to why I'm not doing a ton of crazy buying right now. I'm just being a little bit cautious with it, right? So I did pick up a little bit of Bitcoin this morning. I also did start to pick up some of my top 10 altcoins. That includes things like Ethereum. That includes things like Matic and BNB. It also included some of the smaller ones a little bit, like a Jasmine and a Caswa, and just some of those, just a general dollar cost average, an extra dollar cost average, if you will, at this current price where we are right now. Now, guys, please don't forget, I mean, this is just too easy. Don't forget that I worked out a deal for you with CoinW that if you create an account with them and deposit $100 and then lastly place one futures trade, they're going to give you a free $50 of USDT to do whatever you want with. Don't waste that. There's only 5 days left, as you can see, and it was not the easiest thing to work out. So go down to the description below and go create an account and just deposit $100 and do one futures trade and make $50. It's too easy. If you waste that, I'm going to be a little bit pissed off, honestly. And also, I will let you know that once you do that, if you create the CoinW account, you can go down to my link down below, and that gets you access to my trading group. Once you join the trading group, there's trading alerts by professional traders. There's live streams on a daily basis. There's market analysis updates. You're going to get CoinW updates from them as well, which just gives overall information about things that you can do to make money. I mean, there's a lot of free information here, and all you have to do is create a CoinW account and then go to the verification group down below, and you're going to be able to join. So please don't forget that. Like I said, those types of deals are not easy to come by, and they're not easy to do. You guys can benefit from it, and I obviously benefit from it as well. So let's both mutually benefit and go get your $50, okay? But with that in mind, as I mentioned before, I'm very happy with what we're seeing from Bitcoin. I'm very happy with the progress that it's made, and I think that we will continue this momentum, so I will continue to update you about it. And so with that said, of course, if you guys did enjoy today's video, you can always let me know easily and simply by smashing the like button and subscribing to the channel if you are new, and I will see you all next time. Peace out, everybody.